Hi everybody, it's Lauren here.
And Kyle.
And we are the coaches at Team Cosmic Bodies, and today I'm going to be going over an email that I got from a girl, and I'm going to read it right now. I have been watching your YouTube channel and I see you did a lot of national shows in one stretch. So first, major props for that. But also, I'm thinking about doing my first national show this year and wanted to know if you had any feedback from any of the ones you have been in. Any advice for specific shows is greatly appreciated. I live in Philly, so Jersey is close. So, yes, and then who was it from?
Christine.
But you wrote me this big email, and I want to go over it in a video because I'm sure other people want to know this as well. And yeah, like I did a big stretch of national shows, and honestly, like it was a learning experience, and you know, it was a great experience, but I probably could have been more prepared, to be completely honest. I could have been more prepared and I wouldn't have had to do all of these shows. And my biggest advice is when you hit that national stage, you really got to make sure that everything is on point. Honestly, I was conditioned at every single one of them, so that was a good thing that I did. But your suit matters, your hair matters, makeup, posing, tanning, all of that stuff matters so much. My posing was terrible in the beginning. My last show, which was my 4th national show, I finally got my posing together. So hire some people. Hire a few coaches to help you with your posing.
Yeah.
Sorry, I keep saying but like
tan and posing, I think, matter the most for your presentation. Just because, not saying makeup and hair doesn't.
Oh, it does.
No,
it does.
I know. I'm saying not that it doesn't, but I feel like it's easier to not mess up on the hair and the makeup compared to the tan and posing. Like the posing literally matters the most. Then the tan. Then the makeup and hair. And suit. And all that. But like if you're posing and conditioning, so like she brought the first thing, conditioning, every show. But I think in the end, it's also just about getting your face out there a lot. So it kind of sucks. Like you do have to go to at least, I don't know, 2 or 3 shows to really kind of win, unless you have all those other things down and you're the most phenomenal looking person there.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely want to see you a few times, but honestly, like, no. Like, if you honestly show up conditioned and your posing is on point, my main tip with posing is just have one pose. Just do one standard front bikini pose and just stick with it. Don't do a side pose and then you transition and then you're in your front pose and then you do the side pose again. Like, don't.
They already looked away.
They looked. When you did that other move, they're like, "What? Now she moved? All right, all right. I don't know. I can't judge you anymore with the person judging next to you." Yeah. So
it's good to be able to do both poses. So practice both, and then see which one you look better at when you're leaner, and it's yeah, you want to get more than just one person's opinion, like just your male coach or your female, you know.
Yeah, and don't just rush into a national show. If it's your first time competing, first year, don't rush into a national show. You really got to be ready for it in like just all areas.
Yeah, and just like planning out your season really well. So you live in Philly, and I'm not saying to not do NPC Universe. I think you can still win your pro card there, but yeah, I think it's not a bad idea to
So you live in New Jersey. So honestly, right, is that?
Yeah, well, basically what I was saying is not a bad idea to like go to Chicago and just try to get first call outs and then knowingly know that you're gonna have to go to like Las Vegas or something and then you win there and win your pro card. That's kind of a good example of really like Chicago's a hard show to win, and if you can just get really well noticed and kind of learn from your mistakes and then do Las Vegas and come in way leaner and have way better posing and everything else, kind of you have this checklist of things you need to do. That's kind of a good example of...
I honestly don't recommend doing what I did. Like, I don't think it was necessary, like, just to keep doing show after show after show after show. Like, you really got to be prepared for that. Like, I did a 2-year off season before that, so I was like, I could. But honestly, like, that was very hard, and I don't really recommend that to most people out there. Just like,
because
I don't know.
What she did was, right, she did a national qualifier, then she did South Carolina where she got third and messed up her tan and posing a little bit, and then did Chicago. And so instead of after Chicago, she did the Universe. I think she could have just gone to Las Vegas and won it, her pro card. It's just about the time, right? These national shows are really spread out. So maybe even have to compete for 2 seasons just to get really well noticed and to learn from your mistakes. And yeah, you do Universe and then you do Universe next year and you win it. But in the end, the best way to do it is definitely to come in condition no matter what. Like if you are tight on money and tight on just wanting, time of keep dieting, I think it is better to, show up at a later show, and you might have to diet for longer, but then you don't have to, I don't know, like you can just get leaner for that second show, right? Like don't rush into a show when you could just pick the show that's 7 or 10 weeks later, and you could actually get leaner. And then when you really empty that tank and you did well as you could, it's like, I don't know. It's this endless cycle if you get second call-outs at a national show and then you keep dieting for the next one and you get first call-outs and then you keep dieting. It's like in the end you dieted for an entire year. It is sometimes better to diet a little longer for a later contest prep show than to show up not in shape and not conditioned enough.
And yeah, lastly, when it comes to picking a national show that works well for you, just plan it out, see where do you live, and maybe just do 2 national shows a year. I really do. And just because there's only 7 of them, if you're living in Philly, I know there's a show, and I know there's one in Philadelphia.
Or Pittsburgh.
I mean Pittsburgh. I don't even know where Philly is. Where's Philly?
Pennsylvania.
It's in Pennsylvania. I don't even know where Pennsylvania is. Is that bad?
Near New Jersey. And
okay, so it's New Jersey and New York. If I were you, I would go to Bev's gym and like go train at his gym. Meet him in person. Meet him in person. Shake his hand. Do his Atlantic show that he does in New Jersey or whatever. Do some of his shows in the northern area. Go to his gym, meet him in person, shake his hand, and then go to Universe at the national level. And he's going to know exactly who you are. He's seen you in person. He's the main judge there. I mean, yeah, politics kind of come into play during these national shows, but yeah, I mean, with anything you do in life, you gotta go and talk to people. You gotta go and make an appearance. It's like with that in anything, in all business. It's like, who do you know? Even if you're trying to like get your master's or something, you go meet the teacher or the guy in person and go tell him how bad you want this. Like, I don't even know. Like, it's just like...
It's like, you still got to work hard and show up in shape and have good presentation.
Definitely.
But it doesn't hurt to, go to his shows and his gym and make him kind of remember your face a little bit, your name. And
because you got to stand out on this stage. Like, you're going to walk by, he's going to be like, oh, I've seen her before. She came to my gym. She shook my hand. She said hi. Okay. That's just that it does something. So that's my main advice to you. I would definitely compete at Universe, and then I would definitely do another national show too if you don't.
Yeah, isn't Vegas really close after that?
Yeah, it's like 4 weeks after. So go do that one.
Yeah.
And then maybe that's it. Like, I would really... you know, if you didn't get your pro card, just take a year off and do it again.
Yeah.
You know, because that's one thing that I just did. I kept going, and obviously it worked out very well in the end. But maybe I should have just did nationals in the end, you know?
She was just not really seen in the national circuit yet. So it's not, you know, she went to 4 shows and she fixed every issue she was having, and that's what you got to do. So if you want to limit your shows and you just want to do 2 shows, just get to first call out in that first show, and then it's just like this extra little, like, okay, tweak your posing a little bit, get a little leaner, and then that's how you come in with that finished product of learning. So it's like, it's really hard to just go to one show and win your stuff if, you know, you gotta have this checklist we've been talking about of what you gotta...
Hire a person to help you with your posing. I do posing coaching. You can I can help you.
And nutrition
and training and everything like that. You can't do all this on your own. And that's with anything in life. You can't do it on your own. You gotta have help. You have to with anything. So I hope we answered it. This was a really great email. Thank you so much for emailing me this question. And all right, bye.